Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the Deep Roots Movement. Here we are up by Dim Cave in southern Anatolia. This is such a beautiful day, even though it's rainy, it's chilly, but it's lovely. SubhanAllah. I wanted to just talk briefly about healing trauma within the Ummah. The Ummah has been terribly traumatized psychologically, physiologically, communally, worldwide. And not just the Muslim Ummah, but the greater, broader Ummah that is unawakened to the reality that they too were born to be Muslims. May we awaken well and properly, inshallah. And I believe that the Ummah in a healed state is to play a very important role in helping all of creation, human, non-human, Muslim, non-Muslim, all the creatures, all of creation. We are supposed to help because we are to be the inheritors of the earth as the children of Adam alayhi salam. Now, let's just speak about trauma. So trauma, we've got some major trauma zones in the Muslim world. Afghanistan, Yemen, Syria, Iraq. Iran is still deeply traumatized from the wars that took place there. We've got Lebanon ongoing. We've got Palestine ongoing. So many areas have been traumatized in various ways. And then other areas of the Muslim world, they've been devastated by war and everything associated with war. You know, and not just war, but total war, war, chemical war on the water, the air, the soil, the creatures, the toxicity of the food, the drama of bombings and shootings and kidnappings and violation of women and children and men. So many deep traumas. Then all throughout the world, Muslims that are living other places have gone through so much, violent divorce, physically and psychologically violent, families being ripped apart, men being humiliated and losing access to their babies, all kinds of, so many terrible, terrible things that we've gone through as an ummah. And what I want us to consider are we need to take a practical approach to healing our hearts, to healing our bodies, to healing our communities, to healing our families, to healing our lands, to healing our infrastructures. And we need to take an approach that everything should always be rooted in purity and ethics. We should always minimize harm to self and others in thought, word, and deed, and where possible, eliminate it completely, inshallah. So some of the things that we can do collaboratively, focusing on war traumatized zones, is, and also other areas, we should have healing centers within our cities and whatnot, but really, typically the best places are going to be in rural areas outside of cities, maybe 2 to 3 hours away in a beautiful natural place, because we need to actually reintegrate our bodies and our minds into one another to harmonize and unify. We need people to have a chance to reintegrate and reconnect with the earth and reharmonize, because we are made of the same elements as everything around us. So I want you to consider strongly that being in a place of nature, eating pure and ethical foods that are served, that are made and served with love and loving kindness and compassion. This is very important. And on these, it would be retreat centers. Places where we could go for contemplation intensives, where we can have the structure, the framework to pray, our 5 times a day prayer, to be able to have the room to do mid-morning prayer, to do late night prayers, to receive instruction in contemplation of body sensations and the breath, to have a place where we can learn how to stretch properly, how to deep breathe properly, how to observe the natural breath, to get out and do, to walk out in nature during the day. And we could do 10-day retreats, 20-day retreats, 30-day retreats, 40-day retreats, all of which have prophetic precedent that I will break down in a future video, inshallah. And we can do long walking retreats, the same thing, 10-day walking retreats, 20, 30, 40-day walks. And this would be an excellent opportunity for people to decompress, and they can get a regular sleeping schedule, recharge. And then after they have done a 10-day retreat, a 20-day retreat, then they can go and serve others and help others to have this space to begin the healing process and to get a toolkit, to get tools that they can then bring back into their family life, into their life, so that they can be in the world but not of it. We need to learn how to heal, a place where we can recommit to the truth, take refuge in the truth, and those who have taken this path of truth and reached the goal, inshallah, to recommit to ethical and pure living and lifestyle. We have so many things that we can do. We need to take responsibilities for our lives, our bodily life, our mental life, our inner and our outer life. We need to reharmonize the inner and the outer. There's much to think about, much to consider, but all of this is within the Quranic and the broader prophetic tradition, as well as within our Muhammadan Islamic expression. So inshallah, we shall seek and we shall find the truth, and we shall practice it beautifully and share it in the most amazing ways in the near future, inshallah. Inshallah, we are coming into a true golden age of humanity, but we have to go through these dark days first. We're coming out of a long, dark night of the soul as a collective. And so now we're seeing all the vile things that we have done, participated in, and been subject to. We are not to go through life thinking that we are victims. We are to surrender to the truth and truth alone. So you are loved and appreciated. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.